So, 7 fragrances in my collection that are affordable, great for a date night, and great for this fall time of the year. So, you want to know what those fragrances are? Meet me on the other side of this intro, and I will tell you all about them. See you in a second. What's going on, everybody? You guessed it. It is your boy, LL Cool Trey in the building. That's right, Trey Belafonte. It's me. I'm him. Guilty. That's right. Straight flexing in the building. Listen, it's fall. It's cooling off. We going on dates and stuff. So you want to smell good on a budget. I got you. I do. I got you. Pull up a chair, let your recliner back, car seat, whatever you doing, and let's get this review in. I got 7. That's the number of completion. 7. What they used to say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wasn't that Sesame Street? But anyway, 7 of them. And these are all pretty good fragrances. One of them, I'll say, is a little pricey because it's over $30. One of them is getting a little hard to find. The rest of them, welcome to North Alabama, where the train passes at least one every 2 hours. And the train track is just maybe 200, 300, 400 yards that way. I'm used to it, grew up with it, so. You should have been around when the train tracks was right there, and they still are, and there was a rock crusher down the road that was always blowing up stuff. It was always an adventure around here. Get this notification off my phone. Okay, y'all ready to get into it? Because I got sidetracked, as I generally do. Where do I start? Let's start with the cheapest fragrance on the list. Let's get that out of the way. From the house of Usher. And I'm going to focus on looking more into the camera as opposed to the middle of the screen. The middle of the screen is right in front of me. The camera's off to the side, so it's natural just to look right here instead of here. So I guess I need to look here. But anyway, Usher Homme. Man, oh man, oh man. For $15, I'm in love with this little gem. I think this is the perfect example and reason of why you don't have to spend a lot of money on fragrances to smell good. You can if you want to, if that's your choice, if that's your preference. If you got, Tom Ford money, by all means, smell like Tom Ford every day. But if you don't, if you got Tom and Jerry type money like I got, then this is what I'm gonna spray. Tom Ford, Tom Jerry. It's up to you. It's your pockets. But nonetheless, me and Jerry over here, we're gonna rock out. And this smells good. Great for this time of the year. I think it's a sexy, charming, alluring, romantic little fragrance that just makes you want to just come closer. You gotta realize, guys, if you're on a date, you don't want something that's gonna just project and protrude throughout the car. Because from what I've understand from having conversations with Miss Belafonte, if you wear too much cologne, guilty. Too loud of cologne, again, guilty. It says you're trying too hard. I ain't never thought about it like that. I just like to light them up. That's my motto. I spray on fragrances like it's the 4th of July. I'm fixing to put on a fireworks show. I'm fixing to light it up. They gonna feel me. I'm talking about, I have put on so much cologne. I took my shirt off one time, stood that bad boy. It was like start. This shirt just stood there. It was drenched, draped out, and dripped out. Anyway, I digress. Usher Homme, nice, sweet, little sexy fragrance. It's got some sweetness and it's got some leather in there. At least that's what it comes off to my nose, is leather. and it just comes up through the bottom of the fragrance. It's nice, it's sexy, it's alluring. Great for the fall, great for a little date night. $14, $15, you can get this 50 ml. I think maybe 16 after tax, and guys, that's hard to beat. And I like the way the fragrance smells. I legitimately like it, I legitimately wear it. Okay, next on the list, from the house of Dunhill, which is a company, a house to me that gets overlooked a lot, and it is Pursuit. Now, for some reason, they put a compass on the top of this cap, which is a nice cap. It's heavy and it's solid. But I'm just gonna tell you right now, if I'm pursuing you and I need a compass, I quit, you win. It's over. You win, because you better at hide and go seek than I am if I need a compass. Yeah, game over. But when you see this juice, first thing you should think, what you think of? What you think of when you see that? It's liquor, booze. And that's what this fragrance is. Smooth, boozy, easy to wear. Love it. Man, this smells good. It's got some, ooh, a little bit of creaminess to it. Man. A Tonka type of sweetness to it. And boozy. You can't wear this one to church because they gonna think you may have hit the bottle before you got in there. They gonna think you had your little sip, a little eggnog, whatever. So I wouldn't wear this to church. And I wouldn't wear it to the gym. Anywhere else, I'm game. Definitely on a date. I would definitely even wear this to the office, even though the boss might think, he might think, but sometimes you have to get you a wee nip on the job. Nonetheless, from the house of Dunhill, it is Pursuit. Very nice little fragrance. I think that's very masculine, very sexy, very alluring. It's one of those, I call them cuddle scents, because they just draw you in and make you just want to do stuff. Sometimes you have to cuddle with yourself. It is what it is. When Policia ain't acting right, and Miss Belafonte in one of her moods, you just have to learn to cuddle. This next one is from the house of Banana Republic. It's just one. I didn't put no S's on it. It ain't Republics or Republicans. It's just Republic. And it is Black Walnut. And this one right here is sneaky, sneaky good. You hear what I'm saying? It's got a certain earthiness to it and a certain sweetness to it. And then there's something in it that kind of gives it this bad boy type of vibe, but it's so subtle. It's like the educated thug, because there's something out there. It's something out there. It's some educated thugs. I've met some educated thugs. They just put more time into being thugs than they do focusing on their craft. But I've met some educated thugs. I've met some prissy thugs too. Those are the ones that confuse me. How you gonna be prissy and be a thug? I've seen them. One day, y'all, I'm gonna do a live, and we're gonna talk about everything but fragrances. I promise you. One of these days, I'm gonna set up and I'm gonna do a live, and we're gonna talk about everything but fragrances. We talk about frags all the time. We're gonna talk about life in general, just everything. Promise you, we're gonna talk about Auntie them and Mama them, everybody. We're gonna talk. One of these days, I promise you. I'm gonna get the gang together, Sam, Cheapo, JP, Manny, everybody. Everybody. May even have old Stack stop by. Everybody. Nonetheless, I do think this is a great fragrance for this time of the year. I think it's a great little fragrance to wear on a date. It just has that something extra in it that I like from my fragrances. One, I like my fragrances to be a little bit different from everything that everybody is wearing. I love the way Sauvage smells. I love the way Bleu de Chanel smells. I love the reactions that I get when I wear those fragrances. But let's face it, everybody and their mama has them and has worn them and has smelled them. Stuff like this flies right under the radar, just like, you know what I'm saying? Just, like a stealth. It's like a just... And I like that. I like to smell different from everybody else. I really do. I really do. To me, that's the best thing about being a frag head. When somebody's sniffing you and they go, well, somebody smells good. And then you already knowing this one. And you just looking around hoping, I wish somebody would take credit. Never mind. From the House of Banana Republic, Black Walnut. That's one, if you see, you really need to pick it up. And don't confuse it with Black Walnut Legend, which is a clone of Creed's Aventus. This is its own scent, and those two share no similar profile at all. This is just a good, sweet date night fragrance for this time of the year. You can wear it to the office. That one you can wear to church, or anything else you gotta do. This next one on this list is probably the most expensive one, and it is from the house of Paco Rabbane, and it is XS. And I know that there's several flankers, like black XS, pure XS. I also have black XS, and I like that one. Really nice scent that nobody talks about. I actually picked it up at Burlington Coat Factory for $17. I said this was the most expensive one on the list. It was about $40. And I sprayed this one on just a little bit ago. What do I like about this fragrance? Let me tell you. It's smooth. It's sophisticated. It's mature. It has a certain savoir-faire to it. Man, it just smells good. It really, really does. It has a cologne type of vibe. Not that it smells cologne, but it just has that vibe. But it also has that something extra in it that says, listen, you got to take me serious. I'm not one of those guys that you can play these little games with. You don't text me for 2 or 3 days, don't bother. You are dismissed. That's the type of vibe I get from this fragrance. All business, no play. Maybe that's why they call it XS, because if you don't act right, you one of the XS. Just saying, you know, ask Policia. I'll cut you off. 30 seconds or less. Some of y'all. Paco Rabbane's Black XS. That's one you should get your hands on. And that's going to be the most expensive one on this list because I paid about about $35 to $39 for that one. I can't quite remember. And the presentation on that one is good also. It comes in a nice box with like velvet on it. If you can remember the old, was it dolce&gabbana? Had those boxes like that? Yeah, the dolce&gabbana Pro Home, and I think dolce&gabbana Light Blue used to have those type of boxes. Nonetheless, that's a banger. I like it. One of the most sneaky good fragrances in my collection, and I'm gonna spray myself again as I talk to y'all about it. It is sneaky good. It is from the house of Guess, and it is Seductive. And I also have Blue Seductive, and I think they have Seductive Noir. Man, that smells good. Just a twinge of alcohol in there, not bad at all, especially for a $19 fragrance. Man. And this is the most playful one out of this bunch because it has some fruit in it. I'm not sure what the fruit is, but it lends it some sweetness. Again, very calm, very cool, very smooth. I'm talking about Tre Belafonte smooth. This sucker is, I'm talking about, it's so smooth, but it's so fruity and playful at the same time, but it's not a juvenile type of fruity that's gonna make you think, what is that? It's not that type of fruity at all, but man, is it good. I like that a lot. I'm almost wondering if this could be unisex, if a female could pull this off. Definitely smooth, definitely charming, definitely good for a date night. Not the best projection out of this fragrance, but again, it's $19 is what I paid for it. So, and that was picking it up at the rack store. Good solid bottle. I picked this up at TJ Maxx a long time ago. I've had it forever, and I don't think I've ever worn it. And this is one I've got to get on my skin, especially this fall. Now, the thing about this one is, yeah, fall, early spring, yeah. I mean, you could wear it in the summer. You really could. It would be okay. But it's definitely one that you should get your hands and your nose on for this fall. The House of Guess. It is did I say seduction? Is it the seduction or seductive? It's one of the two. Seductive, yeah, because Antonio Banderas makes seduction, so that's seductive. This next one is from the house of Calvin Klein, and it is Reveal, CK Reveal. This is a beautiful juice. It's no secret. Everybody knows about it. Smells good. I'm going to tell you, if you want this one, you better go and get it. It's getting harder to find. It's getting harder to find. Ms. Belafonte looked it up. Price on it was $29. And I want to think it was Fragrance Net that had it. Yeah, pretty sure it was Fragrance Net. And I don't think they had a lot. And it's going fast. So if you want this one in your repertoire, in your arsenal, you should get it and get it now. It does smell really, really good. It's masculine, it's sophisticated, definitely playful, it's smooth. And again, none of these are beast mode in projection, and they're decent in longevity, but none of these are really expensive. I paid $24.99 for this one. Again, it was online for $29, so at $24, that's a pretty good price. I haven't seen this a whole lot in the rag stores in general, period. That's why I picked it up when I picked it up. And I was actually in Birmingham, Alabama at a TJ Maxx when I found this one. Maybe in Gardendale. Nonetheless, I was at a TJ Maxx in the Birmingham area and swooped in and picked him up and am extremely happy with it, pleased with it. It's a good smelling fragrance. It smells good. I like it. From the house of Calvin Klein, it is Reveal. This next one is from a house that y'all know I love if you've watched any of my videos, and it is Ellis Portfolio Black. There's a nice little spot that hasn't been sprayed. And I know this looks like the newest, latest Android phone. I promise you it's not. This is Ellis's version of Spice Bomb. So, if you've liked Spice Bomb and was just like, I don't want to pay that money for it, and you don't want to get the Beverly Hills Polo Club for whatever reason, Blaze, which is another good alternative, get this one. Now, I've stated earlier that if you're going on a date, you don't want a strong fragrance. I stand by that. This one is strong, but we're also talking about fragrances that are good for the fall. If you're going to a football game and you're going to be outside, especially as the temperatures get cooler, this is just a nice smelling fragrance. And I think PE did a good job with this one. I like it a lot. And none of the Ellis fragrances are expensive, especially the Portfolio line. This big bottle can be had for around the $19 mark. And it's just hard to beat at that price. To me, anyway. Now, again, I think that you can wear a fragrance anytime that you want to, when you want to, where you want to. I just think you have to adjust your sprays. I mean, you can wear Ellis Portfolio Black in the hottest part of the summer and the hottest part of the day if you want to. But you can't go 7 or 8 sprays on it. You better go 1 or 2. If you go that many sprays on it, it's gonna get away from you. And you can wear a citrus fragrance anytime you want to, you know. They're gonna perform better in the cooler weather. It's just, to me, I like to match my fragrances with the season and the occasion, you know. I would wear that on a date because it smells really good. I would just be mindful of my sprays. That's just me. But I don't think a female would tell you that you smell bad if you had that on, because it smells really good, and it is very close to Spice Bomb. Very, very close. Anyway, that has been 7 fragrances from my collection that is great for the fall time of the year, relatively inexpensive, and also good for a date. All right, guys, I'm going to do what I do, which is edit this video, get it together, get it ready to upload. If it's okay with you, will you please give me a like, share this video, and consider giving me a sub if you keep returning to the scene of the crime and you haven't subbed. What you waiting on? I promise you it's free. I ain't gonna ask you for nothing. Just to come by and watch these videos. That's it. That's all I ask you to do. Thank you for being the best part of my day. As always, I greatly appreciate you all. May God bless you all, and I love you all. Until next time, peace. I can't never get this remote to work right.